Well, we're getting near the home stretch of the G-1 Climax 36 tournament from New Japan Pro Wrestling. So far, at this point in time, we only have about 6 men eliminated from this tournament. Well, 7 men, actually. They are Shota Umino out with a concussion, no points. Hiroki Goto, Jake Lee, and Great Khan at 4 points. Jake Lee, Sanada, and Hiroki Goto with 6. Yuto Ice and Shingo Takagi with 8 in the A block. In the B block, Umino's in B block, for those wondering. In B block, at this point, Aaron Wolf is under the gun. If he loses his next match to Zack Sabre Jr., he's done. Zack needs a lot of help. I mean, if Wolf loses his next match to Cal Newman, he's done. As is Zack Sabre Jr. if he loses to Henare. Drill Maloney, he's basically out of it because once he's done with his match against Ren Narita on Tuesday, that's it for him. He can't advance any further than 10 points. Oscar is pretty much done because once his match with Uemura wraps up on Thursday, he can't go any further either. So based on that deduction, we can eliminate Oscar and Drilla from the race.
Every year at the trade deadline, there's always someone who gets traded from the visiting clubhouse to the home clubhouse. I've seen that twice now. It's wild. They just pack up your bags, go through the tunnel, go to the other side, and then what's crazy to me is you gotta face the team you were just fighting for the previous year in the World Series. You gotta be even crazier. Talk about scout report. That's when everybody scrambles into the clubhouse and the signs that have completely changed in about 15 minutes.
Here's what the A block looks like after today. Essentially, Konosuke Takeshita has clinched his spot in the G1 in the playoff bracket. No one can get more points in the block than him. And this is regardless of what happens between him and Ryohei Oiwa. Takeshita is in by default. It just hasn't been determined where he sits. The New Japan World TV Champion is going to be at. The 3 that are on the bubble to try to get in: Bolton Oleg, Ryohei Oiwa, Yota Tsuji. Goodbye. I'm also watching the Houston Astros versus the San Diego Padres. 2-run homer by Dalton Varsho just put Houston up 2-0. Anyway, while Takagi and Yuto still have shots to get in, it's going to need a lot of tiebreakers. Shingo owns a victory over Takeshita and a victory over Oiwa. However, to get in, he needs Oiwa to lose. He needs Bolton to lose. And he needs Shingo to lose. While he himself has to beat Sonata. But even if he does beat Sonata, that might not be enough for Shingo to get in. As he doesn't have either the Oleg or Tsuji tiebreakers. For Oiwa to get in, for Yuto to get in, his path to getting in is even worse. He only has the Yuto tiebreaker. The Yuto and Oleg, he only has the Yuto tiebreaker. He needs everyone else to lose, and he needs to beat Hiroki Goto. But I don't see that happening either. Oleg, he needs to win against Jake Lee, against the Great Okan, and he needs Oiwa to lose to Takeshita for him to slip into the playoff round. Oiwa, he needs a win and a Shingo and a Tsuji loss. He gets in with a win. He cannot afford a loss or a draw for either Tsuji or Oleg. Tsuji has the best chance of clinching a wildcard spot, since he holds the tiebreaker over Oiwa and the tiebreaker over Takeshita. Should Takeshita lose, of course, that would actually get Tsuji the top spot. The only tiebreaker he doesn't have is against Oleg. Is against Bolton. All Goto, Lee, and Sonata can do, and Okan can do, is place. All Sonata and Jake Lee and the Great Okan can do at this point is play spoiler. That's all they can do. Doing the A block. B block, on the other hand, heading into Tuesday is anything but clear cut. With the exception of Shota Umino basically being forced to forfeit his way out of the tournament due to a concussion, most of these guys, because of that one-match handicap, a lot of guys still have some work to do. Oscar and Maloney, count them out. Maloney's final match is on Tuesday, and Oscar's is on Thursday. So neither of them can win the block. Zack Sabre Jr. is going to need a lot of help to even break into the playoff shell. Basically because he doesn't have the tiebreakers. Because the other three have something over Zack that he lacks. Tiebreakers. So we could cross Zack out regardless. He needs a lot of help to get into the final. Though personally, I don't see it even if he does beat Hanari tomorrow. And the same principle applies to Aaron Wolf, regardless of what the outcome is for his match on Tuesday against Callum Newman. Because they already crossed him out. So at this point, you're basically down to 4 guys in the B block, to 5 guys in the B block. Hanare, Kidd, Narita, Newman, and Uemura. I could see Uemura being gay, but not Hanare over Zack. Because while that does open a door for Hanare to some level, if Newman and Narita win their matches against Aaron Wolf and Drill Maloney, respectively, that's basically it for Henare. He's got no way to slip in.
Let's say we get to it next time. We get to the Astros.
And to sneak into the block final, into the playoff. Saber, Maloney, and Wolf are all in must wins. If they lose, they're out. I can at least see Wolf and Henare losing their matches. But essentially, we're going to be, by the end of Tuesday, we're going to be down to basically 7 or 8 men who could win this tournament. We have the best chance at winning, advancing to the playoffs to the playoffs this coming weekend, next weekend. Who gets there? I don't have a fucking clue. But the sooner we find out, the better. Also tomorrow in other promotions, we're going to find out who, aside from Alpha Wolf, is going to be part of Pro Wrestling Noah's #1 victory tournament. And also tomorrow night on the Mega Mets podcast, Mega Man and G and I are going to go back down the Puroresu rabbit hole as we do our predictions for DDT Pros Wrestle Peter Pan 2026 from Ryogoku, which also occurs this Tuesday. That one's going to be a nightmare to predict tomorrow night. Having said that, beyond this, I don't have much of a damn thing left to say. That's it for tonight's show. I'm Mets2128. Subscribe, like, share, and subscribe to my channel as well as the Jedi Sports Media Network. Goodbye and good fucking night. Bang.